Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday football review for round 14 of the NRL. Just want to let you guys know that I apologise for last night. I did say in my Super League tipping video that the Saturday football review wasn't going to be out till probably today, which is Sunday afternoon now. So, yeah, I got a heap of messages on Instagram about it, so I just thought I'd address that. And let's get into it. So obviously, I had a big night last night. About I saw both of the first two games, and then the last game, the Canberra Brisbane game. I probably saw about 55, 60 minutes of that game, so I did miss a little bit. But looking at the scoreline, you can't blame me for missing it. It was a bludger of a game. But let's talk about the first game that we saw yesterday. Cronulla 30, Gold Coast 18. Obviously, the talking point in this game is the whole situation with Kevin Proctor biting Shaun Johnson. My 2 cents on the situation. Look, obviously, the Titans were a little bit frustrated. They were trying to stay into the game, and the Sharks were starting to get away with it. And a bit of frustration from the Gold Coast, and Proctor was getting pretty angry. And I think he just let his emotions get the best of him, and he took it out on his good mate Shaun Johnson, and he bit him, and he got sent off the field. The first send off I've seen in quite some time, and I think at the end of the day, what happens on the field stays on the field. If you know the fucking media, especially on Fox, people like Yvonne Sampson and Michael Ennis and Mal Meninga were going on about it. They kept asking Shaun Johnson the same fucking question, and I'm just going, he answered it like more than once, and you're gonna still handle him about the fucking thing. So just seriously, come on, man. Honestly, their mate Shaun Johnson said it's all good. It's just the fucking on-field thing where, you know, the media wanted to get involved and just make a big deal out of it. Big fucking deal. I mean, come on, get over it. Honestly, it's a bit ridiculous. But honestly, the game, it wasn't a bad game to watch, to be honest with you. I thought it was a very interesting sort of game. The Sharks were definitely the better team. I think the scoreline is about right with how the game was played. I thought the Sharks played really well. I thought Shaun Johnson was really good. I thought Josh Dugan played really well. Um, as for the Gold Coast, I thought AJ Brimson had a good game. I thought um, Ash Taylor wasn't too bad as well. Wasn't it? Wasn't anything special. Wasn't like a brilliant game that I recommend you go and watch. But wasn't a bad game to watch at all. I thought Aaron Woods also had a really good game. What's his name? Talakai, the back rower. What a game he had. He was outstanding. Scored a nice try. He's a good player. He can play anywhere, this big Talakai bloke. He's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, a bit of a yeah, it was all right. It wasn't a bad game, but I'm going to give the Gold Coast Titans performance a 6 out of 10. I thought they were quite good. I'm going to give the Sharks performance a 7.5 out of 10. The Sharks are building, looking like they're going to finish in the top 8 at the moment. I think they will play finals football, the Sharks. It's just a matter of whereabouts. But my top 3 on ground for this game. Number 3 is going to go to Aaron Woods. I thought he was really solid. Number 2 is going to go to Shaun Johnson. And number 1, my man of the match, it's going to go to Talakai, the back row for Cronulla. Thought he was outstanding in that one. Not a bad game, that one. Now, the second game. I don't want to fucking talk about this because I'm still fucking filthy about this. South Sydney 31. North Queensland 30. Now, I was at the club watching this game. I watched the whole game at the club. The Cowboys were the better team by a fucking mile. But they still found a way to lose the game. Michael Morgan was absolutely outstanding. He had a phenomenal game. Scored 2 tries. Set up a couple tries. Michael Morgan was absolutely brilliant. The thing that I am really pissed off about in this game, When the Cowboys were leading 30 points to 24, South Sydney were on the attack. Latrell Mitchell throws a pass to Alex Johnson, which goes about 2 meters fucking forward. And then Johnson scores, and I absolutely lost my mind. I was absolutely fucking fuming that was allowed to be given a try. The pass from Latrell to Johnson was clearly a forward pass. And it ended up being the difference at the end of the game. Now, everyone's saying, oh, but it was an 8-point try to Alex Johnson. It should have been an 8-point try. There shouldn't even been a try in the first place because the pass from Latrell to Johnson was a forward pass. You go back to the Manly Parramatta game earlier in the year when Turbo threw the ball out the back to Garrick and he scored. I call that a forward pass. That was forward. So Reynolds misses the goal from the sideline. Cowboys are still up. Souths get a penalty. Kyle Felt. I don't know what he was thinking. He fucked it up. He accidentally made a mistake. It's 30-all. Souths get the ball back. They get down the other end and they kick a field goal and win 31-30. Yes, the Cowboys fucked it up. They kind of choked in a way. They have themselves to blame. I understand that. But the Johnson try should never have been allowed. The pass from Latrell was at least 2 meters forward. I'm going to have my haters out there. I'm going to have the criticism. I don't mind losing. I'm fucking used to it this year and last couple of years. But when you lose a game because of a forward pass, it's typical of the fucking touch judges. They're fucking robots. They're controlled by fucking TV remotes. They're fucking dead set statues. They're fucking clowns. I am really fucking pissed off that I had to sit there and put up with that shit. We were robbed. And I don't care what people say about it because I believe the Cowboys were robbed. Everyone will say I'm biased, but come on, man. That was bullshit. I haven't had much to whinge about Cowboys getting ripped off much this year. I haven't had much to whinge about. But last night, I was pissed off and it was that bad. I ended up getting told to get out of the club because I ended up, when the game was over, I picked up a chair, threw it 10 meters across the fucking club. I was told to get out. I ended up walking out. And then I went to another pub to watch the Canberra-Brisbane game. So, I'm pretty fucking pissed off about this game, man. We were the better team and we should have won the game. We were fucking dudded, honestly. Now, my top 3 on ground here. Very hard to pick players from South Sydney because South were ordinary. They did well to win the game, South, but they shouldn't have won the game. But number 3 is going to go to Campbell Graham. I thought he had a really solid game, Campbell Graham. I thought he played very well. Number 2 is going to go... Number 2 is going to go to Scott Drinkwater. I thought Drinkwater played very well last night at fullback. And number 1, my man of the match, it's going to go to Michael Morgan. Michael Morgan was outstanding last night. I know the Cowboys lost, but Michael Morgan was best on ground by a mile. Regardless of who won, he was the best on ground. I'm going to give the South Sydney performance last night. Actually, no, I'll start with the Cowboys. I'm going to give the Cowboys performance last night a 7.5 out of 10. They were brilliant. I'm going to give South Sydney's performance last night a 6 out of 10. I know South won the game, but they shouldn't have. I'm filthy on it, and I won't let that game go for a while because I'm pretty fucking angry. Let's get on to the next game. Canberra 36, Brisbane 8. This wasn't a bad game in the first half, and then Canberra blew them away in the second. Brisbane started well. Jesse Arthur scoring the first try, and then Rapana scoring one for, I think it was his birthday, so that was good to see. And then Herbie Farnworth just before half-time. The Broncos had an 8-6 lead at half-time, and they were playing all right, the Broncos. And then Canberra started the second half well. George Williams scoring, which was fantastic to see. What a player he is, George Williams. How good was he last night? And then Kotrick scoring about 6 minutes later. And then Bateman scored around the 60th minute mark. And then Nickel Klokstad and Kotrick scored as well. So Canberra ended up scoring about 4 tries in under 15 minutes. So, look, for Canberra, I thought George Williams and John Bateman were absolutely outstanding. Probably the best two on the field, to be honest with you. I thought Jordan Rapana had a really good game. Kotrick was very well done. It was just the thing with the Broncos at the moment. They're good in periods. The Broncos, they they tried last night for about 40 minutes, and then they just fell into a heap again. They got to be careful. Payne Haas is looking at being suspended now for a crusher tackle, which is massive because they got so much shit going on up there, up at Red Hill, up at the Broncos, and they can't afford to lose Payne Haas. He's looking at 2 to 3 weeks, which is just, it's a huge loss. And I don't know who the hell is available in the Broncos team. They're gonna end up playing Ben Teo at front row. They're gonna end up playing fucking Darius Boyd at prop at this point. Honestly, the way the Broncos are going, it's not looking good. A couple of shining lights from them, though. Guys like Tony Staggs, Herbie Farmworth. A couple of shining lights there for Brisbane. But, you know, Canberra were really good last night. Ryan Sutton even had a really good game as well. I'm just looking at some stats here. Jeez, Tarpany and Haru Nair off the bench. Fuck, what a bunch of solid players. But, you know, Canberra were too good for the Broncos last night. They didn't play good until the second half, Canberra. They started slow, but I wouldn't say they were nervous at halftime, Canberra. I'd say they just needed a bit of a reality check to say, hey, you know, the Broncos aren't as easy to beat as we think. So they had to go into that extra gear in the second half and get away with the win. And, you know, well done to Canberra. Are the Canberra Raiders top 4 bound? Don't know. The Roosters got beat the other night, so that helps the Canberra side. So they're in 5th at the moment, equal 4th with the Roosters. So my top 3, I'm gonna give the Broncos performance last night a 4 out of 10. I'm gonna give the Canberra Raiders performance last night a 6.5 out of 10. My top 3 on ground, I'm gonna go number 3, Joseph Tarpany. Number 2, John Bateman. And number 1, my man of the match, it's going to go to George Williams. Anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. It's currently 5 o'clock. Halftime still of the Canterbury vs West Tigers game. I'm going to go second half of that. Then I'm going to upload the Sunday football review. So stay tuned for that, which will be coming out probably in the next hour or so. So hope you guys enjoyed this Saturday football review. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. So anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in about an hour for the Sunday football review. Until then, I will see you guys then.